Cyprus is the third largest island in the Mediterranean. It is situated at the crossroads of three continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, and its history and cultural heritage dates back to 10,000 years. Its prehistoric age inhabitants were joined by Mycenaean Greeks 3,500 years ago. Since then, many other cultures followed: Phoenicians, Assyrians, Franks, Ottomans, British, and all of them have left their visible trace in the island's culture. It's a beautiful country with nice weather. We have the Mediterranean weather, which is considered the best climate. It has nice beaches, clean seas, and also because of its history and culture, it can present to the tourist many ancient monuments, churches, monasteries, mosques, which all these together make Cyprus a very attractive country. Due to its proximity with the Middle East country, Cyprus has developed very close ties and relations with our Arab friends. We are, of course, a European country, an EU country, but in many cases our mentality is closer to our Arab neighbors, because it's normal, it's natural that we have received also influence from them. Cyprus has opened its embassy in Qatar back in 2003, and it was the first embassy in a Gulf country. That shows the importance we attach to our relations with Qatar. Especially the last 10 years, our relations have been developed and enhanced with many bilateral visits from both sides. Cyprus community in Qatar is relatively big compared to our population. According to the last data I received from the Qatari Ministry of Interior, there are 700 Cypriot with permanent residency in Qatar. And of course there are many others who are just visiting Qatar on a touristic visa. Cyprus community is contributing a lot to the Qatari economy, and they are all of them, all the people, all the Cypriot people who are living here are educated people working mostly in the construction industry. Most of them are architects, civil engineers, quantity surveyors. I think it would be a good idea if you could meet a Cypriot family. I have in mind a family who has been residing here for more than 34 years. So it would be a good opportunity to meet them.
My name is Alkis Perdios. I am from Cyprus. After graduating my studies in Germany, I moved back to my home country, Cyprus, where I worked for almost 3 years. And then actually I received a telephone call from a friend of mine asking me if I want to work in Qatar. And then I decided, of course, with my wife to move from Cyprus to Qatar, where, I mean, suppose we will stay only for 2 years. That was the length of the contract. But the 2 years became 34 years and we are still here. About my life in Qatar, I can say it was very, very interesting that time and even today. That time, of course, Qatar was more simple than what is now. I had the good chance to meet a lot of, let's say, from different generations, the Qatari people, the old and the new. I mean, I could say only good things about them. 34 years is a long time to be here, but there is only good memories when I look back, even yesterday or 34 years ago. I don't have any bad experience or any bad comments to do, really, because the people are very, very helpful here when you need something. The country itself is very friendly, very safe. My children grew up without any problems. Myself grew up without any problems. My wife had never had problems going around, going to work, to the school. I cannot recall anything really wrong or something I didn't like in Doha. Actually, after so long time, it feels maybe more home than Cyprus, where we go, when we go back, we go only for a holiday instead of going back home. And when we are there, we say, we miss home, let's go to Qatar. I have a workshop in Qatar. This is for the last 32 years. I am specializing in the repair and maintenance on mainly German cars, but Mercedes, BMW, Range Rover and Porsche. This is our main line. We have all the special equipment or tools we need to make this workshop successful. Of course, under my leadership, I had done my master's degree in Germany in automobile engineering, and that of course helped me a lot to achieve always good quality on my work. And this is proven by the 32 years I am doing this kind of job in Qatar. A lot of good and high-ranking or medium-ranking customers. I can say 98% of success with my customers without any complaints. Why I do this? I loved cars as a teenager. This pushed me to make my studies into this field, and having this type of workshop is something I enjoy a lot, trying to diagnose always what is wrong with the car and rectify the problems on it. I came to Qatar with my family, my wife and 2 kids, which grew up in the country. My son left after his high school studies, went to UK where he made his higher education. He is married there. He has his children there, or a child, and he lives over there. Of course, I am here always with my wife and my daughter, who actually also grew up in Qatar, went to Athens and made his higher studies, and then returned back having a job in an educational school in the country. which I believe you will meet very soon. And in person, she can tell you much more about her and her life.
My name is Ivana Perdiu. I come from Cyprus. I came to Qatar when I was 6 years old with my family, my parents and my brother. I was raised here. I went to Doha English Speaking School and then I went to Doha College. I then left to continue my studies in Greece as an artist and as an educator. And I came back to Doha in 2005, where I have been working for Doha Academy ever since as an art and design teacher and head of department. Other than my mother and father, I have also brought my husband to Qatar. We got married in 2015, and in 2016, I gave birth to our daughter, Alisa. She's 5 months old. She was born in Qatar. My husband is an ex-Muay Thai athlete. He coaches here in Qatar, as well as boxing and fitness. Doha Academy was founded in year 2000 by Dr. Sheikha Aisha bint Faleh bin Nasser Al Thani, and I started working here in 2005. I have watched the school bloom and the students grow. The school follows the British national curriculum, and it is from KG to primary and all the way up to year 13, where then the students are ready to enter university. Ever since I can remember myself, I always wanted to be a teacher. I loved art since I was a young girl as well. So I kind of combined my two passions, which was children and art. And it seems like, yeah, because I've been doing this basically as far as I can remember myself, that it is something I enjoy doing. I enjoy seeing them bloom as personalities as well as their skills.
أنا سارة المناعي وأدرس IGCSE مع مس إيفانا حالياً، وأنا الحمد لله يعني وايد استفدت من هالكلاس، لأن صار لي تقريباً 5 سنوات أدرس مع مس إيفانا، وطبعاً علمتني وايد أشياء. يعني أنا من صغري أعرف أرسم، لأن أنا في عائلتي طبعاً في عندي من صوب أمي وأبوي عندي رسامين، وحصلت الارت اند ديزاين مع مس إيفانا وايد فادتني، ساعدتني اني انوي مواهبي وشلون اركب الصور على بعض واخليها رسمه واحده، شلون اركب الالوان، شلون اخلي الصوره تقول كلام انا ما اقدر اعبر عنه بنفسي، وشلون اخلي الصوره تطلع احاسيسي ومشاعري.
I'm Mrs. Egli Perdiu. As you know, we're from Cyprus. I'm the wife of Alkis Perdiu, already you met, and my children, Ivana Perdiu, even you met. Unfortunately, my son, Ronnie, he lives in UK. He's not living with us. I mean, my children, they were 3 and 6, and now even I have a granddaughter she's born in Qatar, so she's like a Qatari. We came to Doha in 1983. It has been now 34 years, and believe me, it's like yesterday. It's this tiny small Doha city, which we are amazed now to see in a very large enlargement and amazing development. And we're really admiring that. I believe all these years passed that we were adopted in this community, we were adopted in this country, and we're thankful really to Qatar for giving opportunities to expatriates to establish and live in Qatar like their own residents. We made beautiful friends. I love this blending of nationalities, which you meet different cultures. And slowly, we reached to the retirement, which I hope one day we go back, although I have to admit it will be really difficult. I love Doha, it's my home, as you would see. I made a home, not just a house. That's totally different things. I feel it mostly as a home here because I spent in a year the 11 months here and one in Cyprus. So I feel Qatar mostly my country, my home really. And especially Qatari people, they're so polite, so helpful. I find this country really amazing. I mean, honestly, it's not because I'm in front of camera, but I feel what I'm saying. Otherwise, we would have stayed all this year. It's my life, believe me. First of all, we're very delighted tonight to expose and host you for a Greek Cypriot cuisine. It's true that I love cooking. Whatever I do it with love. So that's why I believe it's success. We made tonight few very typical Cypriot dishes. And may we start for the very famous Greek salad. Okay, which is based on cucumbers, tomatoes. I will follow the mixture of the salad so you can really see. The dressing we'll be using is the olive oil, which is the major substance of the Greek food. So then continuously with the appetizers, the next I prepare is the very typical as well, tzatziki, which is the yogurt with the grinded cucumbers, garlic. I get a little bit of olive oil and vinegar inside. Then we prepare octopus, which is like a kind of pickled octopus, is cooked in his own juice with bay leaves, cinnamon, which is the basic herbs we use in Cyprus. So the other dish we prepare are the wine leaves. And the next thing we prepare are very typical Cypriot. Even in Greece, I think they don't have it, kolokotes. This is pumpkin pies, which is a dough filled up with a mixture of red pumpkin, raisins, the burgur, I'm sure you know it, and some spices. And then I think we go to the main dishes, which is the very famous moussaka as well, and the pasticcio. The moussaka, of course, is layers of vegetables, like potatoes, eggplant, zucchini, a layer of mincemeat, and the bechamel cream on the top with cheese. And then we end up to the lamb stew, which is called kleftiko. I'm very delighted and really very thankful even to our ambassador whom we invited tonight to attend the dinner, and it's a pleasure to have him, escorted by my family. I hope really I have success with the food as you say, and everybody will be pleased and enjoy the dinner tonight. Hello, good evening. Nice to have you for a dinner tonight. Okay, now we'll serve you the kleftiko, but of course, you know, made as possible in the oven.
Long expected.
Hopefully.
How many hours do you cook this?
If you put it in like in Cyprus, it takes very long, but here is like 2 hours.
One piece is enough.
No. Alki, can I please have your plate because I cannot move this one?
This is your specialty. Among others. Among others.
Ella, no more? It's really well cooked, it seems.
It looks lovely. Can I have this part, please?
This part, okay.
Thank you.
Actually, whenever I miss Cyprus, I come to you.
You're very welcome, anytime, like you're home. Feel like home.
Your cuisine reminds me again Cyprus.
Yes, really. Thank you very much.
you again
I
for
try to make it as
for the
much
kind invitation.
Cypriot as possible.
It's a shame Alex is at work and he's missing this lovely dinner you prepared.
How is Alexis, by the way?
Alexis is doing well. He really likes.
Has he adapted here?
He really likes
easily?
living here. Yes. He doesn't want to go back to Greece.
Really?
Yes. He
Okay, that's good.
really enjoys being in Qatar.
So it's so pity actually, we have such a nice food and we don't have any Cyprus restaurant in Doha actually. I'm wondering why nobody dared to make a Cyprus restaurant.
Perhaps it would be a good idea.
Yeah, many people suggested, but I don't have the patience
To open
for it. I love to cook for my own
business,
benefit, for my own taste, but somebody should dare and make, because although we have similarities with the Arabic food, we have different tastes, like the wine list, for example. They have it in the Arabic cuisine, but we're using different herbs and stuff. So maybe, Mr. Ambassador, you, before you travel, try to find somebody to make this movement, this investment in Qatar.
Who wants more to return to Cyprus?
Alkis,
Alkis, more than you.
more than me. But we have to one day, we have to really.
It's normal.
After how many years?
34.
34.
From my point of view, I mean, when I go back, when I say permanently go back, still I will make plans to come back and visit Doha, visit the friends. It will not be just going away and cutting off, save a life.
In fact, you have spent more time in
Doha
than
in my
in Cyprus.
country,
In your own country. So it's quite natural. I mean,
I left Cyprus when I was 20 years old.
I have spent 5.5 very nice years here, and I will miss a lot of things. I mean, friends that I met here, the Cypriot community, Qataris friends. I have made a lot of Qataris friends. Qataris are very warm people and close to our mentality, I would say.
Correct.
So I will take with me all these good memories.
Nice.
And I'm sure that I will be coming back to Qatar.
Anytime, even
So
we can accommodate you.
thank you again for this marvelous dinner.
Sachter.